US as a nation, the first time in their history that a woman president is elected. How significant would that be?
You know, what's interesting is when Hillary was running for president in the 2016 cycle and she lost against Trump, she was really playing the card, the gender card, the breaking of the glass ceiling card, the first woman card, really playing it, milking it for all it's worth. Kamala's not doing that. She's just running as a competent president. And that happens to be the side benefits that go along to it. Because she realized that's not an endearing strategy with the US electorate. To say the first woman. You know, you don't want to vote for the first woman or vote for a quota. You want to vote for who's the most competent person to be the US president. So I think she's playing a sharper game, a smarter strategy than Hillary Clinton done that. And I think a surge in the poll is now benefiting that strategy.
Are they neck and neck?
It's very, very close. I mean, just to give you an idea that there are 50 states in America and all have electoral votes. The important ones being New York with 30 electoral votes and California with 54 and Texas with 40. So you have to get together 270 electoral votes in order to win the majority. There are scenarios in which you could be tied at 269, 269. So it's a pretty unlikely scenario, but it does get tied. But here's the important thing, Alex, that in the last 20 years or so, there have been many elections in America where the person who's won the popular vote has lost the electoral vote and hence not become president. For example, in Gore versus Bush, in the first round, Bush lost the popular vote, but he won the electoral vote, so he became president. In 2016, Hillary Clinton won the popular vote by a wide margin, but lost the electoral college vote, so she became president. Typically, it has worked that whoever wins the popular vote wins the electoral vote. But increasingly now, because of the tightness of the race, we are finding that people who win the electoral college don't necessarily win the popular vote. And that's particularly true of Republicans, who have wide support, but Democrats have very dense support on the coast. So they get huge majorities, but they don't carry all the states. So how close is the election? According to polls, if Biden and Trump were running, I think Trump would have handily won. He was almost measuring the drapes to the White House even before the election.
And the winning song and all of that.
Yes, absolutely. But Trump caught him by surprise. Kamala caught him by surprise. She surged the poll. The Democrats came back.
The debate took place.
Yeah, the debate took place in which she did apparently very well. And the public started, the Democratic base, that was going away from Biden, started coming back to her. And of course, money is so important. She's outraising Trump almost 2-to-1, 3-to-1 in the last 3 months. So she's doing a great job. Plus, she has support of a lot of celebrities from Oprah to Taylor Swift, so whatever. So it's a very close election. It's come down to basically 7 states in America. Out of 50 states, 7 that count. And they're basically the Midwestern states, which is Michigan, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Pennsylvania, the Blue Wall, and the Sun Belt states, Arizona, Nevada, North Carolina, Georgia.
These are called swing states, Ramesh?
Yeah.
And, okay, I was going to ask you about swing states. Explain the concept of these swing states, why they're so important, and have there traditionally been swing states? Are there more this year than before?
Well, typically what happens is that even before the election starts, there's some states that automatically go into the Democratic column, some the Republican column. For example, California and New York, in the last 40 years, have almost typically voted Democrat. So Democrats start with that electoral base of 55 plus 28 seats. And Republicans start with generally Ohio, Texas, Florida. They seem to fall naturally in the path. And the rest states vote pretty predictable. The Midwestern states, not Midwestern, but the Western states, Utah, Colorado, Kansas, are very heavily Republican. So Democrats are very strong in the coastal elite states out there. But there are 5 or 7 states that are swing states that can swing either Democratic or Republican. And whoever carries them carries probably the presidency. I think the one state in America this time that is the closest and the most hard fought and most rich in electoral history is Pennsylvania. It has 19 electoral votes. And if you keep watching the newscast, you'll see Trump and Kamala Harris going there as frequently as possible because it's almost vital. The road to the 1600 Pennsylvania Avenue goes through Pennsylvania this time.